Welcome to the Let's Ruin It podcast, where we take your favorite pop culture media, put a legal spin on it, and like all lawyers, we ruin it. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jenny, and I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts.
Hi, it's Diana.
And I'm Liz.
Liz, give me please. No, I don't.
Ready for it?
No, you got to sing it. Or that's
That's
the actual one. That's the word.
Wow.
Wow, Elizabeth.
I feel like I'm actually in the jungle with you right now.
Elizabeth, that was excellent, guys.
Why is Liz singing? Can someone explain?
Why
Jenny?
does she
What-
ever sing?
What is the movie?
It can't possibly be anything other than Lion King. And honestly, if it was something else, then there's clearly something wrong with us. Though that is also true, by the way. Guys, we're doing the Lion King
The
today.
Lion King.
Oh.
What a monumental
Why are we
movie.
ruining the Lion King?
Because
What's
we
wrong
have
with you
gone
people?
through
You're
so many other
mean.
Disney movies.
And
It's
there's a lot.
time.
There is a lot to ruin in the Lion King. Guys, I don't know if we even need to give you a summary of the Lion King.
But what if someone out
Everybody-
there hasn't seen The Lion King?
If they haven't seen the Lion King,
where-
They're
have you
not
been?
listening to us.
Here, I'll time you. Do a 30-second summary of The Lion King.
All right.
Ready?
30 seconds to go.
Set,
Go.
go.
Okay. James Earl Jones is the lion.
Mufasa.
Mufasa. He's got a son. His name
Simba.
is Simba, played by Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who
Love him.
Elizabeth just asked me if I remembered that it was JTT who played him. Do
You're
I
sucking up way too
remember?
much
I'm
time
sucking
right
up way
now.
too much time.
You can't even stay on top
There's
of it.
also an evil brother named Scar. Okay? Scar's got a scar under his eye. Scar wants to be king. Consider him like a Prince Harry
Jeremy
of
Irons.
sorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Prince
yeah.
Harry of
He's
sorts.
the
5
spare.
seconds.
Oh,
He wants to eliminate his
you know what?
brother.
This is too much pressure.
Get rid of the kid.
And he frames
become the
Jonathan
king.
Taylor Thomas.
He needs
Done.
the throne, and then he betrays, he frames, he deceives, he gaslights.
It's basically Shakespeare
Yes.
Wow.
as a cartoon.
Well, it is in fact a very, very loose interpretation, adaptation of Shakespeare's Hamlet.
I don't know how loose.
I think
feel
it's
like
pretty
it's
much.
Pretty?
I think
spot
it's,
on.
I
I
mean,
mean-
there were no lions,
I was going to say.
so I think the lion part is new.
Elizabeth. None
I mean,
of that
Liz
here.
is just here to provide like
I'm just
vocal
sound
backup.
effects.
I'm just
Vocal
going to do
stems.
sound effects. That's all I'm doing.
I mean, I think the loose part of it is no lions in Shakespeare, no giraffes,
I mean, it would have been way
no
more
Rafiki,
interesting.
no healing baboon. Right? So that's the loose part of it all.
Here we go.
But yes, there are very
King murdered by his own brother.
King murdered by his own
Murderous
brother.
uncle takes the throne.
Prince is exiled.
Adios, Hammy.
Yes. The deceased king appears as a ghost or spirit. The prince eventually returns to confront the uncle.
Yes.
Timon and Pumbaa, Zazu and Rafiki.
Oh, like Rosencrantz
Right.
and Guildenstern.
And
Yes.
basically, he does get taken in by these two.
I can see
Timon
that.
and Pumbaa.
Polonius is like Zazu and Rafiki. I can see that.
as the moral advisors. And the kingdom deteriorates under the usurper's rule. 100% accurate. So you know what? Walt Disney's people, they took a Shakespearean tragedy and turned it into a Disney classic.
Right, because this one has a happy ending, and Hamlet
Does
not.
There's an argument that there's a lot of Disney movies that are very similar to a lot of Shakespeare's.
I could see it.
I could definitely see that. I mean, and not for nothing, nothing is original anymore.
And now I'm trying to think of
Nothing.
What else?
Like I'm gonna have to go through all the Disney movies and figure out which Shakespeare they're borrowing from. But
We can do that in another episode, I
that's
think.
good.
But there is a lot to ruin in The Lion King. There is a lot. There's the obvious regicide of it all.
Oh. Dead king, anyone?
Okay,
Right.
so why don't you explain? So basically, that
It's
just means that you're trying to kill the monarch.
kill the monarch. And that's in fact exactly what Scar
Also,
does.
fratricide, because the brother kills the other brother. So we've got a lot of sides
A
happening.
lot of sides
Something
happening.
about my
Right.
brother, but that's not from this one. That's from Mufasa.
Yes, but I think, I mean, my understanding is that he was, if I even like the thing is, I've seen this movie a million times. I've seen the Broadway show twice now, and and for some reason,
How do
I
you
saw this-
compare the Broadway show? Do tell.
I mean, it's a spectacle for the eyes. It's a feast for
I
the
mean,
eyes.
is it
I
a
mean,
feast
that
for the
my
eyes? Yeah.
10-year-old, or he was 9 at the time, when we watched it, he goes, "That was a feast for the eyes."
Oh my God.
And I was like, "Yeah, it was, wasn't it?"
You
He's like,
are
"I can't-"
raising him
he literally
right.
was like, "I can't believe what I just saw." And I was like, "I know." It was
I'm with him.
mind-boggled by how
no, I'm
beautiful
with
it
him.
is. Done beautifully. It pretty much aligns with the Disney movie. I think there's a few extra songs. There's like a little bit of reworking, but it's so interesting the way they do it, like the puppetry of it all, what they've built, and it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. I recommend seeing it. I've seen it twice now.
So the idea is that Scar is the spare and really wants the throne, but Mufasa has it, and now Mufasa has a rightful heir, right? And Scar's not into it. Scar needs to get rid of them both. So,
right, because my question is like,
yeah,
you know, I think I originally thought he was just looking to get his brother killed, get Mufasa killed.
but he also needs to get rid of this.
Right. And
heir.
I think for the first billion times I saw the movie, I thought like that was his plan, was like get Mufasa killed, convince Simba that it was his fault, and have him banished. And then I recently was like, wait, I think he wanted Simba to also be killed in that stampede. He was not supposed to get out of that.
Right.
And he had to pivot from that and be like, it was your fault. Go, leave.
Interesting. You think
I
he
can see
intended to
that.
kill them both?
Yeah, because I think
Well, I mean, he purposely had the stampede, created by the
he's
hyenas.
like, go wait down there.
Right.
And
Simba is
freaking
barely
hyenas.
hanging on.
right.
And which is what gets Mufasa moving.
I know. I think it's his assumption is that Mufasa's going to
He'll get
die
rid of them.
trying.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that it mattered to him so much that Mufasa died, because as long as Simba's out of the picture, then even if Mufasa's alive, so long as he doesn't have more kids, then Scar is still next to the throne.
True, but I mean, I feel like Mufasa could have had more kids.
Sure.
You know?
I don't know. I have no idea what like the fertility stuff with the lions is. Like, I don't know. Is Nala of age?
So what we should say,
Not
say.
Nala.
What was the mother? I don't
What's the mother's name?
Sarabi.
Sarabi. That's
Yes.
right. Is she still able to?
We
have
should
kids?
clarify that we do not practice
Lion
in the,
law.
but
Jungle
also
law.
in the jungle,
Desert law.
in like the
Saharan law.
the Saharan desert.
We don't know anything about this.
No.
We're applying New York and New Jersey law to this. I hope that's what you were expecting.
we don't know the laws of the jungle.
I don't know
What
the
we
laws of
do
the jungle.
know is that the lion is the king of the jungle.
Yes. Right. So this is not a democracy. This is a monarchy, and we know that fully.
And
No one's voting.
but like, how did he get installed as the king? Was this his
Because he's the biggest and the strongest. I mean, look, I think the visuals are pretty obvious from the movie. You see Scar, skinny, scrawny weakling, Mufasa, big, strong, beautiful hair man.
I'm talking about the
Who are you
lion.
picking?
I'm talking about the lion itself. How is the lion installed as the king?
Because the lion is the king of the jungle.
I told you.
It's just a known fact,
Wait,
Jenny.
yeah.
Did you? I
didn't
mean,
know that.
you saw what?
I
You
did
saw
see Mufasa.
I
see
did not see
Ooh,
Mufasa.
So
you
there is
guys,
so there is
there's
a story. There's a
backstory.
reason.
Hold on. I don't know if do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me?
So this is
But-
the backstory.
okay, spoiler.
Spoiler is that Scar was the rightful heir, and Mufasa was adopted.
And what happened?
I forget. Josh.
He's just
Here's,
hotter
here's
and
the short
better.
version without ruining the movie.
yeah.
When they got to Pride Rock,
Yeah.
no one listened to Scar. Everyone listened to Mufasa.
Yeah.
And they said, all hail King Mufasa.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
And then
Oof, I can understand now
But
why
they were-
Scar was so
they
salty.
were best. They were best buds.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
sad.
But there's a lot more to it. Mufasa deserved what he got.
Oh really?
No, I'm not saying death. I'm saying
I was like,
king.
wait, what?
I
That's
was
a
like-
take.
That- the way I said
I
that, it
swear,
came out
wow,
really
that
really
was the
did
most
kind of
Yeah,
sound
that came out-
nefarious,
that came out
Josh.
That
really
was
wrong.
a take.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, what just happened?
Mufasa deserved to be king.
Oh, okay.
Not to be killed.
Is this like that movie, The Good Son? Is it kind of like that?
What's that?
I didn't see that
No.
one.
That's a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay
Yeah.
Culkin and Frodo.
Yeah, but see, I love
Sam.
Elijah.
Nope.
Elijah
Frodo,
Wood.
not Sam.
Oh,
Frodo.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
I just said it.
I'm not listening to you. Concentrating on Jenny's.
Confusion? Yeah.
Guys, we need to focus.
Okay. So, but basically, we do not know how someone becomes king, but maybe you do if you watch Mufasa. But it's not a democracy, and the population's not voting.
look,
Correct?
I mean,
It basically was.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
it is a
the short
democracy.
answer is it basically was. Everyone
But
decided.
but I
all
feel
of the
like-
animals decided we want you to be the
Mufasa.
king.
Oof. But then did they decide and we want that to just be carried down on your lineage? Like no one knew if
Well,
Simba
then it
was going to be a
becomes
proper king.
But then it assumes then that it's going to be carried down through the lineage.
Right. You
And
don't often see though, like a democracy
Scar-
into monarchy.
And Scar, by the way, was not named Scar. Scar had a name that I cannot remember at the moment, but he tries to double cross. It could have been Peter.
Sam.
It could have 100% been Peter. And he tries to double cross Mufasa because he gets real bitter. And there is a fight, and he gets a scar under his eye. And so he's
like
banished.
Oh, I'm feeling Black Panther vibes.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
Yes.
Taka.
Yeah.
Taka.
He's banished from the kingdom.
Taco?
And he takes up with, now, Elizabeth, are you hungry?
Somebody get her an M&M.
He takes up with the hyenas. And that's Mufasa. That's the
The
prequel.
hyenas are his co-conspirators.
Yes.
Follow me on this
Yes,
one.
yes.
They
Felony
are
murder.
involved in the conspiracy to murder
Absolutely.
The
King
king.
Mufasa and get rid of the heir apparent, Simba.
What?
I think
gonna
there's
dispute
an
that?
argument to be made that are they basically like,
The pawns?
I mean, they're acting under duress, like, because Scar is like,
They're still going to be charged with felony murder.
they
Maybe
will
it's
be,
going to
but
be
I think they have a solid
maybe a
defense. of,
smaller
like,
sentence.
like, we would have been, he was going to kill us if we didn't do everything he said.
yeah, but I still think they get time. Maybe
Sure.
less time
Less
than the
time.
mastermind.
I think there's going to be, I think one of them would plea out and testify against Scar and get like a very, very, very
A lesser
So
sentence.
interesting, though. If he didn't have them as co-conspirators, do you think Scar even gets charged? Because where's the proof?
Wait a minute.
That
do you
he
think?
had anything to do
well, technically, right.
with Mufasa's
Besides the-
murder at all?
Nothing.
There's no proof until
There
Simba
is no
comes back.
proof.
Wait,
Right.
am I making
There
this
was
up?
a
Didn't he, like,
stampede.
let go of his.
Yeah, but nobody sees it.
No one sees it.
So you're
Not
saying
even
there's a-
not even Simba sees it.
Right.
Simba doesn't even see that Scar like kind of
Jammed up.
nudges him
Yeah,
off the edge, right?
Right.
Simba doesn't even see it either.
So really, like, yeah, I guess.
Is it the
there's no
perfect
proof.
murder?
It is the perfect murder. It is the perfect murder. Everyone always asks like the best way to.
Other
murder
than the
someone.
hyenas, though, the hyenas will turn.
Right.
The hyenas aren't loyal.
You can't trust the
Them hoes
hyenas.
ain't loyal.
No, those hoes are not loyal.
I mean, I honestly, if you're Scar and you get away with this, your next move is to kill the hyenas and let. You
100%.
have to like let go
Yeah.
of them. Like that's it. Like that's
They've served their purpose.
right. You got to cut that fat.
How creepy, by the way, was the imagery of the marching hyenas?
Listen, I have to tell you something.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if this is going
Oh
to
wait,
surprise you.
that's yes.
That
I
was
don't-
creepy as hell, wasn't it?
I don't know if this is going to surprise you.
Oh.
The hyenas really freaked me out when I was a kid.
Oh, shocker. Shocker.
Animals.
It was-
Animals, Jenny.
it was the animalistic vibes of it all.
Animals.
I'm surprised you got through the movie. Woo.
Have you ever seen Beethoven?
I love Beethoven.
Great.
The
Oh,
second
sure.
Beethoven.
Oh, wait, that
is-
one
That
she
one's too
liked.
scary for you, right?
It's horrible. They abused the dogs. No, I don't like that one.
Cujo she didn't like.
Oh no, I would not watch Cujo.
She didn't like The Thing either. don't
No,
think
I
she
would
liked
not
The
watch
Thing.
that. No, that's just nonsense. You guys are
No.
just random throwing nonsense out. Okay, I think that's a good plan. I think
No, of course you have to kill the hyenas.
he has
You
to get rid of the
have to.
hyenas.
That
or,
was his,
or
I
he-
think, his fatal mistake in all
or
of this.
he has to like constantly just like keep them happy, right? Like because they have this on him.
Yeah, but it's so much easier to just
Kill the hyenas.
get rid of them than
Yeah.
to keep them happy for indefinitely.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then there's like stress of it all. But also, he's got to kill Simba too.
The fact that he didn't kill Simba is also weird because it's like, it's not that hard.
By the way, we're not
No, at that
promoting
point
murder.
he was small. He
We're
was
just telling you how to
weak.
get away with it.
He was small. He was weak. He was already traumatized by seeing his father die.
So
it was
what-
the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, just kill him.
Yeah.
It's actually more out of character that he didn't kill him as far
Yes.
as lions go, because the lions will often kill
The young.
not even just the young, other male lions
Right.
to be
To prove their dominance.
Right.
Right. And
to
so-
prove that they're alpha.
Is there an argument to be made that maybe the fact that he didn't kill him, he just like convinced him to, he didn't even banish him. He just convinced him to go away.
Yeah.
Does it show heart? Like that he
No.
just couldn't possibly kill this
No, I
kid?
really think it's just that there'd be no movie otherwise.
All right. I like.
No, I
just
think
want to believe that
there
deep
is-
down inside, there's something inside of him that's like, this is where I draw the line. I'm not killing. a
There
kid.
is literally nothing in this movie that demonstrates that Scar has any heart. In Mufasa, certainly. In the prequel, they are best friends and brothers until whatever happens that happens, which is actually very sad because
not wacky hijinks.
it's really sad because the whole time they are literally just the bestest of closest friends.
So sad.
And he's known as Taka the whole time. But you know that there's going to be this scene where he becomes Scar. And it's just like you're waiting for it. And it's very sad. It's a very sad lion movie.
I don't know that I want to watch it.
Well,
It's a really good movie.
I liked it.
Really?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. But so Scar messed up. But then also Scar goes to lead this kingdom and really just destroys it. Everybody hates him. He doesn't have any heirs. Right?
No, but Pride Rock becomes a wasteland.
Yes.
It is just decimated
Right.
by the hyenas. There's
Well,
nothing
also,
left
it's
to
He lets
eat.
the hyenas-
ineffective ruling. Like
Yeah.
he lets them like run wild. He doesn't make the right decisions. He doesn't care about his people.
No,
No.
the resources are dried up. They've got nothing
They've got
really
nothing.
He doesn't
left.
give a shit because he hoards it. Like he and his minions.
Why hasn't anyone staged a coup?
That's what I don't understand. How long has it been since Simba left?
Years.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
I don't know
lions-
how
they
quickly
feel like
lions
when somebody
age.
gets a puppy,
pretty quick.
I feel like they become adult looking within like a
Yeah.
year.
I don't know. So maybe it's been a year.
You
I
think it'll
don't know.
be?
I was thinking 3 years, but
It's like 3 minutes while they're walking and singing.
I understand it's
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, I just assumed it takes you like
3
one
minutes.
walk across a log and then that's it. You're full thrown.
But right, so
About 6 years.
Oh,
6 years. Okay, that's a long time.
It's a long time, but also
To be
such a
eating
short
bugs.
amount of time for everything to go to shit so quickly.
Well, so you learn about this sort of at the end of Mufasa or part of Mufasa, but the king's job at Pride Rock is to know when and where to let the animals graze so that doesn't happen. And Scar
Doesn't know.
doesn't do
Doesn't
that.
manage
He
it.
knows. He just doesn't care.
yeah, he
'cause
mismanages it.
Can do
Right.
whatever he wants.
I
Right.
see. So yeah, so I'm surprised there was no coup.
But who's going to stage the coup? It would have to be a different lion pack.
I guess because there are no other male lions.
No, he's in charge of Pride Rock, and he's
Right.
in charge of.
But there
the
are no other
female
male
lions.
lions, I guess, and then could it just be other animals, like another one that's? But I guess is any of them like actually powerful enough to defeat a lion?
A lion,
You
right?
can't have like
who's it going to be? The
can't have-
giraffe?
right. You can't have a giraffe.
What about an elephant?
I don't think an elephant cares to be king of the jungle.
No, I know, but
Or
like,
the-
but in
not
terms
the
of like,
jungle, the desert.
like getting rid of this ineffective ruler, I
Or
feel
go to the
like
jungle.
Rhinos?
I feel like a
I'm
rhino.
trying to think of a big,
I'm trying to think like who can defeat a lion?
strong
Who can
animal.
defeat a lion?
Yeah.
Well, we know just as much about like animal strength as we know about laws of the jungle.
How
So,
quickly they grow.
yeah, I guess no one did, and everyone was just too meek and allowed their society to crumble.
I have a question. Does Scar tell everyone when he comes back? Does Scar tell everyone that Simba killed Mufasa and ran off, or does Scar tell everyone that both of them died?
I think he said that they died, right? Because I think when Nala like runs into him
She's-
again, she's like, we thought you were dead. Or
Yeah.
Is that
something.
what she says?
Yeah.
Because no one goes looking for Simba.
Nope.
Simba's.
I think that's it. He had to say that he died because otherwise they'd all go looking for him.
Would they? I mean, I would
Wouldn't they?
hope they would.
Wouldn't they?
But
I mean, I would think
no
his
one's-
mother would
No one's gone searching for Simba.
because he
They
just-
all take Scar's word for it. They don't even go look for the bodies. There's no recovery effort.
right. Well, because I think that that's the only.
Yeah,
Conclusion.
he tells them that Mufasa and Simba died in the stampede.
Yeah, because I think that's the only conclusion. Like,
He sends the hyenas to kill Simba, but then remember he escapes. They don't get him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But like, and I just think no one's gonna. There is no recovery effort because I think if a lion, like especially like Mufasa, like Mufasa just like does not return, the only logical explanation is he's dead.
He's dead.
He wouldn't just abandon everyone.
And I guess also, how long is a body going to stay before it's like picked
Well,
up?
and obviously
Well,
they don't have burial practices amongst the animal kingdom, so they're just letting it disintegrate.
And like vultures and everything.
Vultures, yeah.
There's
It's
no refrigeration.
natural burial, yeah.
There's no embalming.
Well, think about it. I mean, I think it was supposed to look like a ginormous stampede
Yes,
of like
of course.
thousands and thousands of animals.
Yes, right.
If
What
there's
are
an
the
animal
chances of
underneath
survival?
that, by the end of it, it's part of the
It's-
dirt.
Yeah.
Right.
However, when the stampede leaves, Simba does go up to dead Mufasa.
He does.
And Mufasa does look
hate
like
it
he's
so much.
intact. Like it's not like he's ripped to shreds.
No,
Well, it's a
he's-
cartoon for kids.
Yes.
That would be-
Correct.
And like
Diana's like,
all
"What's the big
good
deal?"
Disney movies, a parent is killed.
I mean, we're just lucky.
This
Let us count the
I was
ways.
gonna say this is literally the only time
Every
it's the dad, right?
movie.
Oh no, Cinderella is the dad. Although no, first the mom, then the dad.
I think
Snow
this is-
White's the mom.
I think this is
Then
like
the
the
dad.
first
It's usually the mom.
Disney feature film like that where the mom was alive because like Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping
Dead.
Beauty.
Yeah, dead.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sleeping Beauty, the mom and the dad are alive.
Oh,
Yes,
right,
of
right. They
course.
are. They
yes,
are.
of course.
Okay.
Finding Nemo,
Finding
No,
Nemo.
but
I
like even
hate
Little
that first 5
Mermaid,
minutes.
I know.
Beauty and the Beast,
The Little Mermaid, they don't even mention a mom.
Aladdin.
Nope. Yep.
Aladdin.
Little Mermaid has like Ariel has no mom.
Nope.
Jasmine has no mom,
has
never
no
mentioned.
mom.
Right.
Belle has no mom.
Right.
That's right.
So it's like, wow, congratulations, Simba, you've got a mom.
Bambi's Bambi's mom is literally
Oh, like
shot.
literally shot.
So sad. Well,
All right,
there
this
you have
time
it,
it's
everyone.
the dad.
They don't treat moms very well in
This
Disney
time
movies.
it's the dad.
anyway,
That was a very heartbreaking scene for little kids.
Oh
to,
no, it
like-
was. It was.
what? Which one?
When
teared
Simba,
up.
when Simba
Oh,
goes up to
that
dead
is-
Mufasa.
Devastating. And I even remember when who is it? Rafiki? Yeah, when Rafiki is like, oh, your dad's not dead, he's alive. And I was like, oh, please be there. Let that be true. And then when he's like, he's inside, like he's alive inside you. And I was like,
And
God
you're like,
damn
that's
it.
that's bullshit.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted to be. I want the twist to
Come
be
on,
he's
he
alive the whole
pops up in-
time.
He pops up in the sky and
I know, that was
he's
so
talking
sad.
to him, and it was. Did you not have shades of Darth Vader? I mean,
No, because I hadn't seen Star Wars until like
Much
30 years later.
Much later, yeah, yeah. What a voice, right? I mean,
thank you, James Earl Jones.
but
Yeah.
like, what a voice to give us Mufasa and to give us Darth Vader. Like, that's just, if anything, is iconic. That's the
That's
definition
iconic.
of iconic. Yeah. So there's a lot of issues there. No one goes searching for either of them. They just take Scar's word for it.
Well, look, I mean,
I think that's flawed. I think it's flawed. I would question Scar. No one should be trusting Scar.
The mom should be questioning, but I guess
Sarabi?
she's afraid
Yeah.
to question
So
the king.
my argument to that
Go on.
is, does everyone know that they're at odds, that Scar and Mufasa don't get along?
Yes, because
Yeah, right.
Mufasa, if we look at Mufasa,
He was banished.
he was banished. Scar was banished. And now suddenly he's back. And so you're back from
Was he
outer space. Yeah, I believe he was. I believe.
Yeah. That's why he's like out
At
by
the end of Mufasa says to him, "Leave and don't come back." But
Well,
that's also why he's
also
like,
in The Lion King, he's not part of everything.
No.
He's like lives like elsewhere.
yes, and Mufasa specifically tells Simba not to go there and like not to speak to Scar. Everybody knows that Scar's no good.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Scar.
He's no good.
He's no good.
Yeah. Wait.
no, he
not.
wasn't banished.
He remains a resident of
He's in the
Pridelands.
shadowy undersurfaces, but they don't.
And he does the fake boot licking, like, oh, you know, of course you're the king.
But
You're-
Mufasa makes it clear that Simba should not be
Mm-hmm.
hanging around, right?
I will say, I know he's a kid, so taking the fact that he's a kid out of this, though, like Simba would have been like very much liable. Like I think like he shares in the liability of
Mufasa's death? Defend.
No better. Just like
No,
you
he's
were
too
no,
little.
he was explicitly told.
Well,
Like,
sure.
don't go there. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like he sees that his dad and his uncle do not get along. Like that clearly setting the
I don't think you could put the liability
He's
on
5
the
months
kid.
old.
yeah.
Okay,
He's a
that's why I
child.
said,
He's a
notwithstanding the age of it
baby.
all, 5 months old, crazy. But I said,
She's gonna throw a
besides the
5-month
fact that he's
old
so young,
jail.
besides the fact that he's so young,
Well, that's where his naivete comes from.
Yeah.
right? But what I'm saying is, if he weren't a child and he was in the same situation, now he's 18 years old.
Do you think he'd still have liability? I don't think so.
I think like,
I
yeah,
don't
I think
think so.
he put, yeah, I think so.
No, because it then becomes Mufasa's decision to chase him down.
If you're
Simba
standing on
doesn't-
train tracks and a train is coming and someone jumps down to help you and they die and you don't, are you responsible
don't
for
No,
their
no, no, no.
death?
I meant like
I don't-
not
no, I
not
don't
so
think
much like a
so.
legal liability because like I mean no one's liable for him getting killed by the stampede really. I mean that's
No, Scar is.
for
Scar
letting
starts-
go of him, but just the
Scar
stampede.
Scar
Yes,
incites the stampede.
yes, but it's Mufasa's decision to go there to save his son.
That is true.
That got him killed.
That is true.
That the stampede is a stampede. It's pushing him off of the like letting
Okay.
go of him.
Okay,
Sure,
hold on.
But him getting killed by a stampede.
Hold on. What if it's a nightclub and somebody incites a riot and causes a stampede and people get killed in the stampede and someone who's trying to save someone else gets killed in the stampede, are you trying to tell me that the person who incited the riot is not helpful?
Well, riot is not a.
How are you going to determine who incited the riot?
And also
Let's assume you can.
and also the
Let's
riot. A
assume you
riot is
can.
not a normal part of like our society. Like a stampede is something that happens fairly, I think, regularly.
Yeah, but I think that if someone does something in a nightclub, in a crowded space, that causes a stampede of people and people die, I think that the person who starts it will be held liable.
We have to look at
Negligence?
that, but no, I also just think it's like not now.
Maybe they acted in some sort of negligent way.
Are you making it akin to that court case about yelling fire in a crowded theater?
Maybe.
And then it starts the stampede.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what they always argue about with
But a
like free
stampede-
speech issues and how your words can incite.
Right. They always say
harm.
like
That's
they
exactly what
always
I
say
They
mean.
always talk fire
yelling
in a
fire
crowded theater. They always talk about
Yeah.
But
that.
I think that the point is like that's not a normal part of our society. It doesn't happen normally, and whereas a stampede is something that regularly occurs in the
Savanna,
in the animal
yeah,
kingdom, you know, whatever. And I think that's it. And like he should have known better to not be standing there and to listen to his uncle and whatnot. But I think that him getting enticed to be waiting for his dad or
I
waiting
think
for
that's
whoever.
just naivety and
Sure.
naivete.
I just don't think there's liability for that.
Stupidity.
I don't think there's liability for you get caught in the stampede. I don't like in the animal kingdom. I don't think it's on Scar for.
I think in this particular case, it is on Scar because he's the one that starts this particular stampede
So?
that then
Stampede
kills.
is a normal part of this. Like so just stay out
But
of the
there
way.
was, but
He
hold on a
puts
minute.
he puts the
Yes.
chain in motion, but I don't know that means that you can go to the logical outcome that he's necessarily responsible for everything that the stampede brings about.
The
There's
chain of
too many
causation is what you're
there's too
saying.
many variables,
Right.
You know
Why? Explain. Like
because
what?
there's too many things that can happen off of that, and it's not necessarily that he predicted and predetermined everything that was going to happen, and he intended for it to happen. How do you have the mens rea?
What was his mens rea in causing a stampede? Why did he want to start the stampede? Because he wanted Simba to be in the line of fire, so to speak, and he wanted Mufasa to run in to save him, and he wanted them both to be stomped to death.
Wanting it,
But that was his intent. That was his
But I think
intent.
that the chain of causation is just not strong enough.
Yeah.
I think it's that like
I don't think
yeah,
so
he
either.
hoped it would work out, but it's like it's not like he like pushed over a ladder that pushed over another ladder. Like
He didn't need to. He didn't need to. He literally pushed the first animal that went running. He didn't need to. And then that's right. And then Scar goes and tells Mufasa that Simba's there. Scar puts this all in motion with the intent of both of them dying.
I think that the part where he, like, you know, he knocks Zazu unconscious so he can't go and get more help. That, sure, he's on the hook for that. He's on the hook for, like, you know, letting go or pushing, like, Mufasa.
He fully
I
pushes
think
him
that,
off.
like, putting in, like, setting up a stampede and Simba, like, falling for it and Mufasa deciding that he was going to go there I think, I don't know. I just don't see it being a strong
But see, it
thing.
doesn't. It's not even that Mufasa decides. It's sure, of course, Mufasa decides it. Mufasa decides it after Scar specifically comes to him and says, "Hey, by the way, your kid is in trouble caused by the issue that I created on purpose so that you could go there and die."
well, just because he's playing on his feelings, and that's clearly what he did, because he knew Mufasa wasn't going to leave Simba in danger.
Guys.
So he's manipulating his emotions. Absolutely.
Are we defending Scar? What are you doing?
We're just saying. I don't know if I would say. I
We're
don't know if I would
playing
take
defense
the case.
attorney
Would
right
I
now.
Take the case. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying
No
he's a
way,
great
man.
guy. I'm just wondering whether or how I would see a court ruling.
Is inciting a stampede, would that be like the equivalent of inciting a riot?
I don't think so because a riot isn't something that's like natural to our society.
But they were perfectly calm. All the animals were perfectly calm and normal. And Scar is the one that just pushed them over the edge and caused the stampede. And so I'm thinking to me this is the equivalent of starting a riot, inciting a riot, and causing a stampede. And again, it's not like you incite a riot and then, by accident, people are killed. He incites this
I
stampede.
mean, you might be right. I think it's.
I think I am.
I don't.
Well,
You might be.
either-
I don't think you are. I think you
Either
might.
way, either way, he throws Mufasa.
Yeah,
Sure.
That final push. The final push is
what
the thing
does it.
that one is like undeniable. That's
I guess
it.
the
Murder.
question. I guess the question is if other animals die in the wake is
Is he liable?
he
for that?
liable? And I think he is. I really think he is. I think it has
Do you
nothing.
have proof?
No, but we don't have proof that he killed Mufasa either.
True. I was gonna say that. There
I
is
mean,
no
yeah.
That he killed
At
Mufasa
the,
either.
at the end of all this, like he hasn't. There's no proof except for those goddamn hyenas.
Right. Except the hyenas who he gives like free reign to and they destroy the entire
That was
land.
his downfall right there. You have to get rid of the co-conspirators because if more than one person knows something
It's
that
no longer a
happened,
secret.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, look, Scar is the bad guy. Unless you have some insanely wild take that Mufasa is the bad guy.
No, I don't have that take at all. I think there is negligent supervision overall. They know that there's.
Well, right. They send the bird to watch
They
out
know
for
that
him.
Scar is like evil and sitting there like with nefarious like thoughts and all that.
Sure.
They know that the hyenas like are complete psychopaths.
Yeah.
And they know that this is a dangerous area. And they also know that Simba tends to be kind of reckless and wants to wander off and like really just goes beyond his own abilities.
But why,
And-
Diana? Because he just can't wait to be king.
Well, maybe he should have watched himself a little bit and listened to authority figures a little better. And so I think that
lesson learned.
so yeah, I kind of don't like Simba, and I think that he is
Simba
to blame.
Simba
You are to blame for your
disappointed.
dad's death, and I hope it follows you. And like honestly, I hope that it
Oh,
haunts you forever.
There's
because
that
as
take I
it
was
should.
waiting for.
No.
No, stop.
he's not the villain. Scar is certainly the villain, but I think that Simba
His negligent
has
actions
been warned enough.
contributed.
He is smart. He could be smarter. He's negligent. He's
Guys,
a risk taker.
he
and
was a baby.
But then
No,
he
but not
also
really a baby, right? Because a 5-month-old in like
he's
lion.
the equivalent of
in
like a
lion
10-year-old.
years.
have.
Yeah.
He's like the equivalent of like a 10-year-old.
I just think that at this point you know that Simba is reckless, and he for his age is reckless because
Yes.
Nala doesn't behave that
Well,
way.
he's a spoiled brat,
He's a
right?
spoiled brat because his dad is king and he thinks he can
Correct.
get away with everything. And he also, by the way, he treats Zazu like shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
He sure
And he's a
does.
rude little. So I'm just saying, not a huge fan of Simba.
I'm super disappointed in what he becomes too. So he runs away supposedly in shame and then
Yeah.
just becomes this lazy oaf
Yeah.
Sure.
who lays around all day.
Eating bugs and like, hanging
I'm
out
not
with
a
his
big
buddies.
fan of Simba. I
No,
don't think he's a villain, but I'm not a big
no.
fan. I also think that like Mufasa and I mean anyone, Simba, everyone was basically like, I think that they were let down. Like they were by the general adult population. Like there is no supervision.
Yeah.
There, like you don't just send a bird to be like, watch my kid who is clearly dangerous. I'm sorry. I think that was Mufasa almost kind of did it to himself. Like you're so worried, put an actual like lion, one of the lionesses on him, or I don't know, like a hippo.
Found that
Just not
hippo
a bird,
following
not a
him
tiny
around.
little stupid bird. Like I don't know,
Zazu was not stupid.
but he was completely ineffective.
He was completely ineffective.
as supervision.
But
Negligent
also,
supervision.
Poor Zazu.
By the way, Timon and Pumbaa come across this male lion, and they're like, "Sure, buddy, join our pack. We're not going to figure out where you're from, or why you're missing, or why you're on the run.
I think that's just like because that's just like the
They're
jungle.
just vagabonds themselves.
I think
Yeah.
that's just what happens. I think like who knows where
Anybody
anyone's
comes from.
or where they ended
What
up.
do they care?
All right.
They don't care.
In fact, they've
They're
true,
doing
they
it
don't
for a good
care.
time.
but exactly. But now they've got a big strong lion in their pack.
Yeah,
Good for them. They've got protection. He's still the king of the jungle.
Please.
yeah, I do think that it.
protection. Who's
A
protecting?
lazy king in the
No, but I
jungle.
think it like
he's-
did serve them well. That like because even when like they heard the rustling and they didn't know who it was, and like they're the ones in the background,
Yeah.
and it's it's Simba because he's now a grown lion who's like I'm gonna like protect you.
Yeah.
So I think like they saw that it was like
instincts.
very beneficial to them
Yeah.
to have him as like a BFF.
Can we talk about Rafiki as the healer of the group?
You think that he's a fraud?
I think he's practicing without a license.
I think yes. I think I think that like how much
That
he
was
would say
excellent.
is just stuff he's just pulling out of his ass.
Literally, his baboon's
His
ass.
baboon's ass. He is just
Who made?
I think he makes a lot of stuff up on the spot.
Who trained this baboon?
I think that there's a malpractice case there.
Who trained baboon. This baboon.
Who is he healing? Have we ever seen? Does he do anything? Has he accomplished anything in this movie?
I don't know. He blesses.
I mean,
he blesses Simba.
he anointed
right?
Simba.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a speech. Yeah, he's like a spiritual leader, spiritual guide. He's
But
a therapist a little bit.
Yeah, and like an advisor of
He's
sorts.
a counselor.
But he does do like healing things, doesn't
Have we
he?
seen him like heal an ailment?
Doesn't he supervise the birth itself?
He does.
Oh, I've seen so many
But as
of
a
those videos
spiritual
online where I'm
leader-
like, no one's doing anything. You just stand by and the baby, like,
Yeah.
the animals do it themselves. No one's assisting. There's no like midwife.
I feel like Rafiki acts as the midwife.
I think that's like a stupid job. Like, that's like if I was like, I'll supervise. I'm just gonna stand here. They don't need supervision.
Rafiki does a lot.
Oh, see.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the shaman and
The
advisor.
internet's defending Rafiki.
Yeah.
He's a shaman and an advisor.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah. He keeps hitting Simba in the head with a giant stick. Yeah. He enables Simba to see and speak with the ghost of his father. He wields his staff to fight the hyenas.
That's true.
And then he presents Simba and Nala's
Going full
newborn
kung
cub.
fu on them,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah. Without Rafiki, Simba never goes home. He's the catalyst for the entire third act. That's fine. Listen,
Arguably, the movie Mufasa wouldn't exist without Rafiki because
true.
he tells the whole story.
That's
Oh.
true. He tells the story to Simba's
I
kids.
feel he's more of a figurehead than anything that actually has practical use.
He tells the story to Simba and Beyonce's children.
To be fair, he's also a very big part of that story. Without spoiling it, he's very important.
Yes.
Ooh,
So Rafiki is a very big part of this, but like, does he have licenses for all of this? Like, he's
No.
an advisor,
I'm going
he's a
with a no.
therapist, he's all of these things.
He's a natural healer.
yeah, right.
He probably comes from a long line
Of
of
healers.
healers. He was probably taught at his mama's knee. I mean,
I'm gonna say it's very
Carrying
likely
on the
it could be a
traditions.
very Oda Mae situation where he comes from a long
okay.
line of whatever. Now he's like, I have that
Okay.
too, but maybe it's just that people believe he does
Guys,
he has the
more than
gift.
he actually does. have a
Diana,
gift.
he has the gift.
The gift.
the gift. Can I just say, I love that we can go from like really serious episodes to this.
What was our serious episode?
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Right. Thanks for that.
I
though.
legitimately can't think of a single serious episode. We're gonna have to think of a serious.
No,
episode
but
we
this
could
one
do.
is a little bit more off the rails than usual.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
at least the Devil Wears Prada took place in real time,
True.
right?
Yeah.
In like this universe.
I guess our legal dissection of the
Are you
Lion
saying
King.
Pride Rock doesn't exist?
You know what?
I just don't know that there's any laws that I don't know. We're trying our best.
We're
guys,
trying our
Okay, we're
best.
trying.
Well, but you know what I also
Well,
think is
let's
funny?
talk about the real world then.
Okay, fine.
Because the Lion King movie sparked a ton of lawsuits.
Oh, yes, of course.
So many lawsuits.
so glad
In
you bring
fact,
this
they
up.
haunt us to this day.
I'm so glad you
But
bring
let's
this up.
talk about the original one. So,
Yeah.
the original controversy that it sparked up was that it was extremely similar to a 1960s anime series called Kimba the White Lion.
Okay.
And how basically they accused Disney of
Ripping it off.
directly ripping that off.
I mean, Kimba, Simba.
Kimba Simba? I mean, yeah, for real. Hello? Didn't even do much with the name change there, buddy. I mean, so clearly Disney.
What happened with that lawsuit?
Yeah, I got nothing. They did not. I mean,
Excellent.
people
We're
have
very
pointed it
well
out.
prepared, guys.
Disney denies that they plagiarized.
Okay.
Nothing really came of it, but it was definitely talked about at the time.
Okay.
Okay. Then there was a copyright infringement lawsuit in 2004 from the use of the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight." That's a legit song. I know we've all heard. Na, 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 na,
Oh, I
the
was thinking
lion-
of
Really,
Can You Feel
really
the
right
Love
now.
Tonight?
That's
I'm so
Elton.
sorry.
No,
So sorry.
the lion sleeps tonight.
A wee ma whack, a wee ma whack.
a wee.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
what was that lawsuit?
So that was for copyright infringement because they used the song in the movie.
They do.
And
Who did the original song?
The
and
composers. Okay, really, really. Okay, so
Teach me.
it was done by the family of Solomon Linda, a South African composer. He sued because it was used in the film without proper compensation.
I mean,
Copy-
I'd sue
copyright
also.
Like that
violation.
seems
That's
to be a slam
legit.
dunk. Like
That's
I'm
literally the
guessing that's
song.
like
They settled that one.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That
I'm gonna
sounds
hope
right.
that they settled it like right away because they probably were like,
Why
Oh, shit.
wouldn't they have gotten
Why didn't
permission?
they? Like, you can't just use.
You can't. It's improper use of a
Okay.
copyright. Yeah.
Go on.
You can't. So, moving forward, 2018, we get more contemporary.
Okay.
Apparently, Disney, who my husband likes to make akin to the most villainous people on the planet, but you know, just not my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
Disney apparently tried to trademark the phrase Hakuna Matata
Gotta.
because
What a
that is
wonderful phrase.
probably the most famous song from the movie.
It means no worries.
Oh, it does. For the rest of your days, it's our problem.
Whenever we do a musical, guys.
Philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
Okay. Go
Okay.
On. Diana's
I allowed
so-
it. I allowed it.
Thank you
over
so
us.
much. But apparently, this is a very common Swahili phrase.
Yeah. How do you trademark
So,
that?
right. Thanks, Disney. Trying to put the kibosh on an
Yeah,
entire,
an entire
language. And procure it
That's
for
so fucked
yourself
up.
because they sold a ton of merchandise.
No, that's really
that
messed
says
up.
Hakuna Matata on it.
Yeah, but presumably it would be trademarked for just U.S. purposes and for certain type of commercial
Why for
use.
U.S. purposes?
Well, it depends
It was a
on-
worldwide film,
It was a worldwide film, but
Yeah.
like,
and it did very well worldwide.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could have a limiting purpose. Like I could see it being like, yes, you could trademark it for certain purposes in certain
Yeah.
geographic locations.
Locations.
Well, the anti-people said it was cultural appropriation.
appropriation.
Okay,
Is
well,
that
that's a
right?
different
Okay.
question. That's a whole different thing.
I mean, it's literally an actual language.
Yeah, but the fuckers did it anyway. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, maybe they thought that they were untouchable at that point.
How did that one end up?
Josh?
Can you do a quick
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Google, please?
I just want to know
Liz,
how that
bring us-
case ended.
Bring us into the current times. My favorite lawsuit.
So Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, no worries. Disney's response, Disney's registration.
They actually granted them a trademark
Interesting.
what I
that
figured.
allowed them to do clothing, footwear, and headgear associated only with the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Disney can't stop anyone from using the phrase except to sell T-shirts. The trademark is still active. Disney has never dropped it.
Right.
Interesting.
I can see that. I mean,
So they gave him a limited purpose.
because
for
at
it.
least like even though the words exist, I mean, anything you trademark are words that exist.
Sure.
In the in any language, but like
See, now that's interesting because, and you've done more work in this area than I have, but I always associated trademarks with like a logo or like a some kind of a symbol or something like that, not necessarily words, because to me that's more copyright.
oh no, so it can
So I associated it more with like, you know, creating
be
a
words.
logo
I
for a
mean-
corporation or like something like that.
no, but even like I mean, you trademark a name, like you can trademark like McDonald's is trademarked. The word.
Well, do
McDonald's.
you
I can't-
remember the big
Not just the
case-
golden arches?
No.
See, I thought it was just the arches.
Oh,
the
no, the-
word.
I cannot start a restaurant or any kind of food, anything called McDonald's, even if I'm using a
What
blue
about
square.
what
What
about
about
McDowell's?
McDowell's?
Oh yeah. One of them has a sesame seed bun. So I think that makes a big difference.
Special
Let's-
sauce is slightly
Special
different.
sauce.
Oh, no.
Guys, hopefully you understand the reference to
Oh,
McDowell's.
that was fantastic. Another fabulous African movie.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So now let's bring it home.
With James Earl Jones, by the way.
Oh, yes. That's
Yes.
right.
Wait.
That's right.
Coming to America.
Coming
with
to
James Earl
America.
Jones.
James Earl Jones. We're
Yeah.
bringing it full
And
circle,
Star
baby.
Wars
Yeah.
and all of it. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to point out that I guess I don't know which episode's coming out first, but we just today also recorded the Birdcage, and Nathan Lane's in both movies.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
my goodness.
Yes.
We really have a lot of
Happy
overlaps.
Nathan Lane Day.
Bring
to
us into my favorite lawsuit.
Oh, my God. This is fantastical. Okay. So before we decided to do this movie, we all were talking about the clip that was going around the internet. Now, remember,
Went
people,
completely
we are
viral.
right now in 2026.
That's right.
many, many years after The Lion
Yeah.
King. Yet this comedian guy was on the show, which I think
He was on a podcast.
He was on a podcast with Godfrey, the comedian, I think it
Yeah.
was.
Might be. Yes.
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 He was on his show. I remember watching it on Instagram.
And it was
the reel.
hilarious.
Hilarious. I went around telling everybody.
It went so viral.
Everyone, because I sincerely believed it. He went on there and he's like, the song is in like Zulu, and the song really just says, "Look, it's a lion! Oh my God.
And-
it's a lion!"
And it was a hilarious clip. Okay,
It was so funny.
Come on, I did that good, didn't I?
yeah, you did a great job. And
was
you know,
actually very good.
it went viral, and people. And first of all, when you see the clip, you don't necessarily know like this is a comedian doing comedy Like,
And he doesn't present it as a joke. He presents it with a completely
as though
straight
he's
face.
like just informing this host.
And the host and the co-host were dying laughing.
Right. As was I,
They
by
were
the
like,
way.
no.
Because they
Are
couldn't
you
believe it.
serious? They're like,
And
no
he says yes.
way.
And
And
he
he
says
was
yes.
serious about it, and this all matters.
You guys
a
need
lot.
to look up this clip. If
And
you
just so you
haven't
know,
seen it.
this part matters a lot. The fact that it was presented like that rather than like a
That
stand-up
it's a joke, stand up. Yeah.
is like gonna be the
It's
crux
pivotal.
of the case.
It's pivotal. Well,
Well,
we
so
fast
what happened?
forward.
this caused giant controversy. Okay, apparently, because it's been going around. We're all talking about it.
Yeah.
We thought it was hilarious. And lo and behold, March of 2026, the composer for the lyrics, the song for the Disney movie, sued this comedian.
And serves him with the papers while he's doing a stand-up comedy set on stage. And literally a process server walks up to him.
That was
and
amazing.
Presents
Apparently,
him.
he's got like a GoFundMe going right now for like
Does he really?
legal fees because
He's being sued for $27 million.
$1
And-
that was amazing because the guy is alleging that he hurt his reputation. Saying
So-
that everybody thinks now that he just made up these nonsensical,
But really-
crazy lyrics.
Really what it actually means is all hail the king, we all bow in the presence of the king.
Apparently.
Right.
And I mean, let's be clear. Oh, look, there's a lion, oh my God, is way funnier.
much funnier. But I'm going to say we. I'll just say, I don't know about the general public, and that is something that a court is going to determine.
Yeah.
But I, as a viewer, did think that was like a revelation. Like that was a truthful statement.
Well, and so
I
the
100%
complaint
thought it was true.
argues that the comedian presented the translation as authoritative fact, not comedy. Therefore, it is not protected by the First Amendment, like protections are afforded to
Right.
parody and satire,
Right.
which we talked about in the Men in Black.
In Men in Black,
about
yeah.
how you're just naming random
Celebrities as
people
aliens.
as aliens,
Right.
and you know that's in a
Parody.
that's in
You
a
don't
comedy.
think Sylvester
it's
Stallone is
parody.
actually an alien when you leave that film.
exactly.
You're not like, oh my God, I can't believe I just
Yeah.
found that
But
out.
the entire internet thought that this was actually true.
That was absolutely untrue.
And so when-
I'm sorry, that it was absolutely true.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like
Yeah.
you
And I legit went to work, told everybody like it was a fact.
No, we talked
I'm
about
like,
it.
you
My
guys
husband
can't
and
believe
I
talked
sent
about
it to everybody I knew.
Yeah, my husband and I shared it with each other. Like, oh my God, can you believe it? That's what that all meant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's a completely meritless, complaint.
I gotta say, he might be in trouble here.
Right, and
he might be in
he's
trouble.
suing him for several. Like I think there's like
$20 million
But there's
and
four
then
claims.
$7
It's
in
it's
punitive.
one based on
Okay.
the Lanham Act, which kind of governs like consumer deception, unfair competition claims, and defamation per se. So it's harm to like personal or business reputation. You've got trade libel. He's suing him for trade libel, and that's basically harm to your products or services, like that. Which for him would be like his songwriting.
Yeah.
And tortious interference, right? Like lost business opportunities.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I don't know. I have a harder time with those last two only
Yeah?
because of how long it's been since that was done. Like
Since
the
what was
guy,
done?
since that was done and that was used in the movie, it's a long.
But why does that
time.
matter? That's part of his reputation. If you
Yeah.
were the person responsible for that song,
But my point is, he must have, if he was going to get other work, would have gotten other work in the ensuing
in
time.
he has
interim.
future work that he's still going
You
to
know?
plan to get.
In theory, I don't know how
And I'm-
old this guy is. I don't know how much he's really producing
also-
still. You
But
know,
also, hold on. What about this as a thought to play devil's advocate against his lawsuit?
yeah,
It's like you said, it's been 30 years.
yeah.
Somebody would have had time, if that's what it actually meant, somebody would have had time to translate it and figure it out. And if it really, it's like you said, kind of like if it would have hurt his reputation, it would have hurt it by now.
Right. But that's because there wasn't none to hurt because the lyrics weren't, oh my God, it's a lion,
Right. So then, exactly.
The
so
thing is,
meaning
but it
the
doesn't
people who matter.
because the public just saw this.
Yeah.
No one went and researched it. We took it as fact. We spread it to each other, and now we think that whole song is just
So are you saying the
Look, it's a
comedian is liable because of the stupidity of humanity that we just accept everything that we see on the internet as fact?
honestly,
mean-
the basis for a lot of these, this area of law is what a reasonable consumer would think. What would the average consumer or viewer or
and we all thought
reader
it was real.
would think? And that's really just that is like
See, now I think that's really funny because he's apparently been doing this joke for 8 years.
right, but this
But
one
nobody,
went viral.
it's been viral.
It's about
right.
the access to how many people have seen it, and so
So how much of a difference do you think that makes?
I would argue that
Huge.
that is the fault of the podcast. They didn't present it as a
Hey,
joke.
hey! Stop trying to blame podcasts.
Well,
here,
but
Josh.
podcasts, we don't know that podcasters knew that it was a joke or not, or whether
They took him seriously.
No,
they took him
did.
seriously. I think
They
they
did.
were like,
Seriously.
But did they take it seriously like the next day?
what do you mean?
Like at the
don't know.
time, yes, they seem to have. But like, did they continue the conversation after?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I think it's the speaker who I still think it would be the speaker, and I think unless you can prove that the podcast was in on it, they knew that he was like
and the podcast is not named, right? To be
No,
clear,
I
I
don't
don't think
think
the
so.
podcast
Yeah.
is
Oh,
named.
not in the lawsuit. No.
No.
no, and so I think like unless you can prove that the law like the podcast knew about it, this was a bit that they were all in on to do this whole bit together, and then they disseminated this, sure. But just because they were the ones receiving the information,
Yeah.
like they're not the speaker, they're not the ones making that statement.
Like the way that it should have been posted is, like hashtag satire, hashtag
But
comedy
they don't know
or
that. They
something.
think that this guy is actually giving them a little
No,
bit of
I
intel.
know, but I'm saying that the onus was on the comedian
Yes.
to tell them this is a joke. But I guess he's not expecting. He's been performing it for 8 years.
He
He's
doesn't
not
think this
expecting
is
that
gonna
this
go
is his
viral. I
this
think-
is suddenly his moment.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like,
And also, by the way, when
I mean,
it did
that's
go
quite
viral,
the moment to have.
but also probably when it does go viral, he's thinking, amazing, I made it. And this joke that I've been performing for 8 years has finally hit.
Yeah.
Like he's not thinking that this is somehow interfering in his
and
guy's
just like
business.
none of us, or at least no one I know, and myself included, saw that and we're like, this is a comedian who's been performing this joke for 8 years.
I didn't know he
We
was a
didn't know who he
comedian.
was.
I had no idea who the guy was.
He-
And I'm sorry, to say, but he had an African accent. To me, that lended more credibility that he knew what
He
the
was
lyrics
presenting
actually
it that
said.
way. He
Yeah.
was presenting it as if
Like,
he
I
knows
know
the
this
language.
and I'm
Yes.
translating this
Yeah.
for you. So
Yeah.
I don't know why the podcast host would even.
So my only argument to that, and I don't know enough about this, so
Yeah.
this is just
Yeah.
devil's advocate. He was on an African podcast. The name of the podcast is 154 Africa, or 154 Africa for the 54 countries in Africa.
Okay.
But they don't know this language, presumably, because otherwise they wouldn't be like receiving information about a translation and being like, oh my God.
Yeah, right.
No,
Oh
I
my
actually
God,
got
there's
the
a lie.
the impression that the host and the co-host were just English speakers. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
get the
thought so,
impression
too.
that they
Yeah.
were.
Well, it's
Just
Godfrey.
because, and he
Yeah.
was like, and I've seen him before.
Yeah.
And he was, and honestly, since I've watched that thing, can I tell you how many YouTube clips of Godfrey the comedian have popped up on my feed?
Oh, that's so funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, okay.
Driving me crazy.
So I think because it's like Lanham Act, I think that the lawsuit is basically saying that like this comedian falsely presented that the chant's meaning was like an actual authoritative fact
And he actually
and
said,
used the viral clip for self-profit.
and so initially the hosts sing the chant with incoherent and incorrect words. The comedian corrects them and says, quote, "That's not how you sing it. Don't mess up our language like that." And then he sings the correct Zulu lyrics.
That's right.
But translates it incorrectly.
Right.
Right?
Yes. And so I
So we're all taking that as fact. Fact. Right?
Yeah.
Because he says, don't mess up our language. It's like you and I coming in and translating something from English to Russian
Right.
and presenting it to
Yes,
you
on
as
the spot. Podcast.
Why would I
Right.
not believe you guys?
correct.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Which, makes me think we should probably teach
let's
her
just
some
start.
things.
Let's just start doing it, yeah. And have her like spread it around. But so I think with in terms of like the Lanham Act, I think that like I think it could go either way, simply because it depends on whether a court would see it as like actually used for commercial gain, or if they would see it as more like a protected expressive speech because it's on a podcast for comedy purposes.
Yeah.
So it would kind of be like a factual determination, in my opinion. I think it would survive a motion to dismiss, but I don't know that the facts would like.
Well, and he's asked for a jury trial, so that's what's going to get interesting,
Right.
though, because it's going to be the court of public opinion to
Honestly,
an extent.
yeah.
In terms of what people think.
And the plaintiff is going to have to be able to show that this comedian was commercially exploiting this false translation in
Which
a promotional
he-
way,
which he was. He's
and
promoting
that
his
consumers
own.
were actually deceived in a marketplace context.
I don't know, because presumably he didn't get paid. He wasn't compensated for being on the
No,
podcast.
but it raises
still-
his
And
then-
platform up.
Well, actually funny, though, because in the clip that you showed of him getting served,
Yeah.
the people that were at the comedy club really had no idea. They didn't know he was the guy. He actually said, "Oh yeah, that was me."
Because someone yelled out, "Oh, was that you?" And he's like, "Yeah, that was me."
Right.
So like they didn't make the connection.
Apparently, that's not boosting him as far as being in the comedy world because it's not like, yeah, I was the guy on the podcast.
And now I have a Netflix special.
Exactly. Like that's not.
Yeah, but you could possibly.
What's the gain he got out of this?
Show, like this is how much he was booking, like how many appearances he was booking.
And now he's booking.
And now and after that clip went viral, he started booking more. Not that the audience
I think
members
his
knew it was
claim
him.
is actually more
I bet if
that
he didn't get sued, he would have less publicity.
Sure. I know. And so there's an element of like the Barbra Streisand,
that
the
clip
Streisand
also went
effect.
viral.
Yeah.
Streisand effect of like your own lawsuit actually like creates like the problem that you're looking to sue about, you know? It like shines a spotlight on the thing that you
Like
Right.
Blake
It's an invasion of
Lively,
privacy issue.
like Blake
Right.
Lively and
Yes,
Justin Baldoni.
yes, like that, exactly. Which we'll talk about, but okay.
Do
And then
we
the
have to?
other claim for like defamation per se, I think, is much stronger because it's like, you know, it's basically whether like a false statement has met one of several factors, and one of those factors is that it damages your livelihood, like your professional competency or integrity.
he's claiming, but in the lawsuit, he's claiming that it has. That he
Disney's
has
not
actually
hiring you anymore now?
gotten that the guy who's suing the
The
composer
composer.
has stated that he has. Hold on, I'm finding it. I know, I saw it before that he has gotten threats, that he has xenophobic comments from people.
No, this is the
that he's
this is the comedian.
No, that's the
Lebo M
composer.
is the composer.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. You're right. Yes.
That
He fears for his life due to
Yes.
xenophobic comments linked to the viral clip and reports being confronted
Yeah,
and
you're right,
bombarded
sorry.
with
Yeah.
hostile remarks while touring Europe with Hans
with Hans
Zimmer.
Zimmer. I mean, they're both yeah, okay, music, right? So, and
Yeah.
he's saying that people have said that the translations ruin their childhood. Like people are traumatized.
I can see. Look,
Like I could see
I mean,
where
that's
he
a little-
can make an
that's a little-
it
argument
hasn't been that
his
long, but I
impacted
bet
his
it-
reputation.
Yeah, the future harm that comes out of this, I could see that being harmful, and I think that like he could meet all of those standards because
But also, how is he going to collect $27 million?
doesn't matter. It's the. I
think it's
a
the
lot of it is
principle in a
also
lot
just,
of
like
ways.
having
Yeah.
having the successful lawsuit will allow him to be like, and I successfully sued him for that. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not offering stupid
Right.
lyrics in my songwriting.
Yeah.
I think part of
services.
what he's going to have a problem with is, and Godfrey brought up the fact that other people had done that before.
What, done the joke?
Other people had brought up that translation before. In 2019, there was people joking around with Seth Rogen, and it looks like
Well, that's interesting.
that
You know what
they
the difference is?
joked about
You know what the difference is?
about it.
When you have, and I think it says right here that it was like Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner saying, "Look, there's a lion, oh my god," or something like that, right? The actors like jokingly repeated like whatever. When they do it, no one's taking it as fact.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
Because this entire case,
I
all
can
of
see
these,
that.
trade libel, all of it, every single claim is the most, like the thing that everything is going to hang on is whether or not this is comedy, this is an opinion, a parody, exaggeration, obviously joking, or whether
Comes
this was
across
a
as
statement of
fact.
fact. Because
Yeah.
one element of defamation and all the offshoots of defamation is that it was a statement of fact. It can't be an opinion statement.
And he really very much leans into.
Do we view this as satire or do we view this as fact?
I think, unfortunately, based on our own reactions to
When
it,
Billy Eichner
it's
does
going to
it,
be viewed as
I
Seth
remember
fact.
Rogen does it.
forwarding
It is
it.
comedy. It's of course comedy. No one's viewing that as fact. This guy presented himself, even if he is a comedian. I didn't see him as a comedian when I viewed it. He's presenting himself as someone with authority
Like an
to know
expert of
this.
some sort.
Yeah, expert in as far as that he knows the language. An expert the way that you and I would be an expert in the Russian language.
Yeah.
Just enough to be like, oh, do you know that actually means that?
Yeah.
That's taken as fact.
Yeah. Right.
And so I don't know.
I think the guy's got a problem.
And he has a GoFundMe.
He does. So if you
He
guys
al-
want to help a brother out, I mean, he's got a GoFundMe page to help him defend himself.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
this.
I'm all for that because I think
I think
everyone...
he's raised like, what did you say? What did you say? 27,000.
The goal is 30.
That's not going to be enough, sir.
What does he think 30,000 is getting him?
A lawyer.
Oh, for what? To sign his name for the retainer agreement? Like,
Aw.
oh my god, 30,000.
I didn't talk to him. I just read the.
Do
I
you-
just
The motion to
quickly read the
dismiss is going
GoFundMe.
to even
Yeah,
more
but
of
think
that.
about
Yeah.
the publicity level of the lawsuit too. I can see a lawyer taking
I
it
can
on.
see someone who's a free speech
Yeah,
enthusiast,
yeah.
of course,
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
reduced rate
The,
or
the Blake Lively Justin Baldoni case allegedly racked up about $60 million in counsel fees.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Wow.
60
But I believe
million.
I
Wow.
believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that 30,000 like that
Oh,
before
yeah.
you're done with the first thing you're filing in court.
Here, sir, if you take anything from this podcast,
Yeah, this is actual advice
you
we
need
are
more
going to give
money.
you. You're going to
need more money.
than that. This is actual
money.
advice. We usually say don't take
I'm
this as
looking
actual
right directly
advice.
in the camera
Right,
at
right,
you.
right,
If
right,
you
right,
ever
right.
happen to see this.
30,000. I mean, wait, where is this? What is the jurisdiction that this complaint is
Oh,
under?
you know what? I don't know, actually.
That's the only thing I
Oh,
can...
what jurisdiction?
What jurisdiction? Because the injury or like the act occurred in Africa, right? He was on a podcast.
California.
Yeah, no. I
Never
was gonna
mind,
say,
California.
No, the
you need more than $30,000.
the podcast is called
I thought he was
One
in Africa for it.
but I don't
'Cause
think
they were in
You don't
person.
think it's actually in Africa?
No, I think they.
Well, either way,
Yeah.
it sounds like he filed in California.
If this lawsuit is happening in
but he
California,
filed it in federal court.
Sure, because it crosses varied states, and yeah, sure, that makes sense.
$30,000.
It's a federal trademark
it's a
slash unfair
it's
competition claim.
District of
Maybe he's just like
California, yeah.
starting off slowly.
Maybe he has millions of dollars and he just needs that extra 30,000.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Well, for his sake, that's what we hope.
Well, we hope that you get the money that you need to be able to defend yourself.
wish you
because
the best,
we
sir.
Listen,
believe that everyone
it-
deserves a
It
good
was a
defense.
very funny joke.
It was.
It was a
funny.
really
I
very
mean, I
funny
thought
joke.
it was true until
We'll
like
be
today.
following it. So
Yeah.
Well, friends,
I think that we've
I think-
ruined everything.
I think we've ruined everything we could possibly ruin.
I think so.
Okay. So, how many hyenas? You
How
giving
many
us?
hyenas? No, like 3.
Yep. I'm going to go with 2.
Yeah.
Like 2 Whoopi Goldberg hyenas.
Yeah. Listen, it's a
Why
beloved
Whoopi?
movie.
No Cheech?
You got nominated for
Oh,
Oscars.
I forgot about Cheech.
Cheech.
I forgot about Cheech.
You're a classic, but you're not legally sound.
No.
So
Not legally
can't have it all.
sound.
No, but you know what, Mufasa?
But highly entertaining.
Mufasa, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Peace out.
Bye.
Follow us
Oh.
on, guys, you forgot.
Oh, we forgot.
All right. we should
Follow
tell you
us
stuff.
everywhere on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, on Instagram. Let's Ruin It Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please send us more suggestions. We hope we can entertain
Can you tell that we can't think of other movies because we're like The Lion King?
But excuse me, this was an excellent episode.
It was an excellent episode. I'm just saying we forgot what other movies exist. Like
Right.
we're like at this
Help.
Send us your
Send us
suggestions.
help.
Yes,
Thank
in
you
more
so
in more
much.
ways than one. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.